YouTube, what's going on, man? It's the kid, Jalen.
And Brandon.
And we're back in another video. This time, guys, we're back to the best player from all 32 NFL teams. Without further ado, guys, let's do this. Let's see what they say. Let's see. Who'll be the judge of this?
It's not always about being the best. Some of them are happy enough to just make the team and collect fat paychecks. But sometimes being the best is necessary to have a successful career. Some NFL teams are great, some are average, and some are just straight up terrible. However, each team does have at least one star that provides some excitement to the fans. I'm Justin Fraction, and here's the best player on each NFL
Let's see what he's saying, man.
And thanks to Damian Hooper for suggesting this video to us. Arizona Cardinals, Patrick Peterson. Standing out on a star-studded team, Peterson has emerged as arguably the best corner in the NFL. He picked up 17 passes in his first 5 seasons, shutting down the NFL's premier receivers. Atlanta Falcons, Julio Jones. The NFL's most dominant.
I would say Tyrann Mathieu, but he got hurt a lot. He got hurt.
He had 1,593 yards.
Now I would say Tyrann Mathieu because he's younger.
And followed up with the career best 1,000.
Still go Patrick Peterson. I like it.
2015. Jones could be this generation's Jerry Rice. Baltimore Ravens, Marshal YANDA. The 5-time Pro Bowler has done a great job protecting Joe Flacco in Baltimore. YANDA has also been
he's offensive lineman.
Ground game,
I know you.
I think he's probably one of the best right. I think he's a right guard in the league.
Incognito. Off the field, he's a well-known bully. On the field, he's a bully standing up to the NFL's best pass
Over the Sean McCoy?
Incognito anchors one of the NFL's best offensive.
How old is this video?
I guess he's saying, no, it's pretty new because they had Bryce Petty facing the Rams.
And you had freaking
Panthers to 3 straight NFC South titles.
Rex Ryan's the coach, so yeah, over the Sean McCoy.
2015 league MVP.
I mean, if it was, I don't think Incardino's really helping out that offensive line. I don't know. I mean, I think it's Sean McCoy.
The only member of the
Yeah, Collins their best player. He's their best guard. Alshon Jeffrey was not being productive this season. He has not been productive this season. I know he has a quarterback or Jay Cutler and all that stuff, but holding the offensive line together is Kyle Long.
AJ Green. The 6'4" receiver has been extremely dominant.
Doesn't mean Alshon Jeffrey ain't good though. It doesn't mean that.
Rookie campaign back in 2011. Green has scored double-digit touchdowns in 3 different seasons. Cleveland Browns, Joe Thomas.
Yeah, he's the best on the team.
Remember how good Thomas is.
But he's the best. Like they say, he's Hall of Fame brother.
Back to 2007. Dallas Cowboys, Tyron Smith.
Yep.
Never mind Tony Romo or Des Bryant. Smith has been the backbone of the NFL's best offensive line for years.
This ain't even accurate. Ezekiel Elliott?
No, it's by the best player. Like he's been there for years, anchoring that team.
On a star-studded Denver Broncos team, Miller shines the most.
He's like one of the best left tackles. Him and Joe Thomas in football right now.
Sacks. He dominated during the 2015 playoffs, leading his team to a Super Bowl 50 championship where he was named the game's MVP. Detroit Lions, Darius Slay. Often overlooked when it comes to elite corners, Slay has done his job in the NFC North and features a ridiculous amount of star receivers. The 2013 second rounder should be a lockdown corner for years to come. Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers.
Of course,
we
Aaron
need to
Rodgers.
explain this. 2-time MVP, Super Bowl champion, and MVP. Moving on. Houston Texans, J.J. Watt.
Obviously.
He's only the NFL's most dominant defensive player who single-handedly carries an otherwise mediocre team. Moving on also. Indianapolis Colts, Andrew Luck. Luck inherited a 2011 squad that went 2-14 and took them to 3 straight 11-5 seasons. All culminating.
Don't argue T.Y. Hilton, please, in comments.
He's a superstar on an otherwise mediocre Colts team. Jacksonville Jaguars, Allen Robinson. Robinson broke out in 2015 with 80 catches for 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns. Should Blake Bortles mature, Robinson could be the NFL's top receiver in no time. Kansas City Chiefs, Justin Houston. In his first 5 NFL seasons, Houston...
What is it, Jamal Charles? But Jamal Charles
he gets hurt too.
Yeah. He's a leader of a resurgent Chiefs team. Los Angeles Rams, Aaron Donald. Donald is not human. He had 11 sacks in 2015 in Pro Football Focus.
He's better than Todd. He's been in longer than Todd Gurley.
Post this video.
You cannot say Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley only had 1 year. Aaron Donald's been there for like almost 2-3 years, and he's one of the best D tackles in the NFL right now.
He's the best player on that team.
Yes, there's nobody else on that team that's better than him. Todd Gurley's number 2. Todd Gurley's not better than Aaron Donald yet. And plus, they play different positions.
When you think of the Rams you
I
think
of
Todd Gurley.
I think
Everybody thinks of Todd Gurley.
Aaron Donald is the best. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, period.
And Todd Gurley's one of the best running backs in the game.
He's not top 5 this year. I'm sorry. He's not top 5. He's not top 5 this year running backs. If he was leading the league like Ezekiel Elliott is in the league, and he was carrying that team to victories and stuff like that, and then I would say that, but their offense is not that good.
What about the Cowboys then? Ezekiel is basically Dak Prescott.
Yeah, but that left tackle's been holding that team down for years. He's been holding that team and been an anchor of that team, just like MARSHAL YANDA for the Baltimore Ravens. If it wasn't for those 2 guys and having that offensive line, because think about left tackles are franchise left tackles. You have to be the anchor. He was the anchor. Aaron Donald is the one that makes that defense good in the Rams. If he wasn't there, then I don't know about that defense.
Fourth best player in the NFL, entering in 2016. Better than any NFL quarterback, just to let you know. Miami Dolphins' Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, Jarvis Landry's the best player on that team.
Yeah.
I know they got Ndamukong Suh, but
157 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. He added 356 punt return yards and a punt return to touchdown, igniting a spark with an otherwise terrible Dolphins team. Minnesota Vikings, Harrison Smith.
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson is still great, but not quite the catalyst of this team. That honor goes to Harrison Smith, who is one of the NFL's premier safeties. And
that's the only reason why I'm saying this, because Adrian Peterson got hurt. Only reason why I'm agreeing with this right now.
Tom Brady. He's only the best player in franchise history and arguably the top player in the NFL today. We don't need to waste any more time. New Orleans Saints, Drew Brees.
Okay.
Every year since 2006, he's tossed at least 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, including 5,000-yard seasons in 2011, 12, and 13. He's a lone bright spot on a team that has an awful defense every year. New York Giants, Odell Beckham Jr.
So how you gonna explain this then?
NFL's biggest diva and whiner.
What do you mean?
Nobody will deny how great Beckham is. He's a freak.
How do you explain the Odell Beckham thing?
he's the best player on the team right now.
How do you explain that over the Rams player though? Because you use the Rams player on the Rams player over Todd Gurley, but why don't you use Eli Manning over Odell Beckham?
He's the best player on that team. Simple as that.
But how do you use
Because if it wasn't for Odell Beckham, where would the Giants be right now? No disrespect to Giants fans, because I do like Giants. I'm a Giants fan, but if there's no Odell Beckham and Cruz is hurt, where's that team at? Who is Eli Manning really throwing to is going to make them look good? Who? You got to look at what that person's doing for the team. Aaron Donald's doing a lot of things for that Rams defense. The same thing, the left tackle, Tyron Smith from, I think that's his name, from Dallas, he did a lot for that team, even when Ezekiel Elliott wasn't there. Yes, Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowl rings without Odell, guys. I know you guys are going to say that he has 2 Super Bowl rings without Odell. But he's led, and this is true facts, he led the league in interceptions 3 times in a row, and he throws costly interceptions. And if he didn't have Odell Beckham, where would the Giants be at right now? That's what have you done for me lately? Odell Beckham gets open. He's basically open all the time, and he does what he has to do in assignments. Like, what Eli Manning still cost us games this year, too. Like, it's no secret. Like, Odell Beckham is the best player on that team. Yes, Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowl rings. He's 2-time Super Bowl champion. But at the end of the day, if you put a corner on Odell Beckham, they're not covering him. Who? What corner is covering him? Like, he beats out mostly all the corners in the league.
Let's get back to the video.
Of nature and has made Eli Manning look like the old 2-time Super Bowl champion we knew him as. New York Jets, Sheldon Richardson. Darrelle Revis has lost a few steps, making Richardson the Jets' new face of the franchise. He's one of the NFL's premier run stoppers,
Brandon Marshall?
always wrecking havoc at the line of scrimmage.
But he's like I don't know, I guess the defense is forced. I don't
Never
know.
mind anyone on offense. Pro Football Focus ranked Mack as the NFL's 6th best player. He broke out in 2015 with 15
Khalil Mack.
sacks. He's only going to
What receiver they got?
Fletcher Cox. The Eagles
Don't say Crabtree.
No, let's pause the video. Hold on. Sorry if you pause the video.
Amari Cooper?
Yeah.
Khalil Mack is more dominant than he is at his position.
Let's get back to the video.
How are you disagreeing that? Stop the video. Khalil Mack is the better player at that position. Think about it. Did you look at his stats or anything like that? He's one of the best defensive linemen in the game, period. Yes, Amari Cooper is good. Crabtree is good too. Derek Carr is MVP discussion this year. But if you look at it, last year when the Oakland Raiders were trash, and I was a proponent saying, hey guys, watch out for the Oakland Raiders. But if you look at the teams, last year when they didn't have Bruce Irvin from Seattle, and they had just got Malcolm Smith 2 years ago after he won a Super Bowl MVP, and Derek Carr was just now getting into form. The best player on that team, and I was holding that team down on defense, they was losing, was Khalil Mack. And Fletcher Cox is the best player on the Eagles right now.
Yeah, because, man, who the hell do you really have?
It won't be long till he starts emerging as the Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Pittsburgh Steelers Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay, we're done. I'm done with this. He's better than Antonio Brown?
Bro, are we debating this right now?
Are we really about to argue this right now? He's better than Antonio Brown?
Bro, yo.
Okay, now I'm about to use your logic. If the Steelers didn't have Antonio Brown, who he throwing to?
Yeah, they have other receivers on that team too. Yes, he's there too. But you gotta remember, yes, but he's throwing to him too. And first of all, Ben Roethlisberger is a better. They gonna say, oh, who you choosing? Yes, Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowl rings, and they was just debating this on First Take. But if you choosing a quarterback and whose numbers right there, the touchdown to interceptions ratio is Ben Roethlisberger. because the way he throws the ball, and he doesn't cost you in big games. Yes, Eli Manning is the most clutchest quarterback in the fourth quarter in playoff history, because Max Kellerman debated that too. I'm not trying to disrespect Eli, but Big Ben has been the anchor of that team for so long. Remember when Hines Ward had just retired, who did they have? Antonio Brown is not a first round pick. He's not a second round pick. Yes, he's a good player, but when they didn't have Antonio Brown and he didn't emerge, who did they have to throw the ball to besides Heath Miller?
They had Mike Wallace before he left.
And after that, him and Antonio Brown, but really after that, it was just Antonio Brown. But other than that, when Antonio Brown, whenever time he gets hurt or anything like that, they had to spread the ball out to everybody on the team.
But they didn't do nothing though.
But who did he have to throw to though? They only missed playoffs one time.
But what happened when he got Antonio Brown though?
He's been throwing to him, but I'm saying Big Ben has been the anchor of that team, that they've been in the playoffs every year except for 1 year with Mike Thomas been the head coach. Big Ben is the best player on that team, bruh.
Yo, that's disrespectful.
Okay.
That's mad disrespectful, yo.
Le'Veon Bell, but we just can't do it.
I'm not gonna put Le'Veon Bell.
But Le'Veon Bell, he's a good player too.
He gets hurt and he gets suspended too. Okay, I'll understand this. I'll give that. I won't say Antonio Gates. I'll say Phillip Rivers.
And is always among the NFL's top 10 passing yards leaders. San Francisco 49ers Joe Staley. The 49ers,
okay, because like who the hell?
He's their franchise.
I was like, but who the hell does like the 49ers have anymore? Like?
He's their franchise left tackle. That's why he's getting his
but
name.
He's also done enough to help Carlos Hyde emerge as a solid running back. Seattle Seahawks Richard Sherman. You athletes have backed up their big mouths the way Sherman has.
It's an argument. It's an argument for this too, because they have a defensive squad that you could pick any player.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers Gerald McCoy. The defensive tackle is always after the quarterback and shutting down the run. McCoy had 9.5 sacks in 2013.
Yeah, you can't. I won't argue. I won't argue this over Mike Evans either.
Seasons. Tennessee Titans Jarrell Casey. The 305-pound defensive tackle had 10.5 sacks in 2013, but had just 12 combined over the next 2 seasons. Still, Casey is a game changer at the line of scrimmage and remains one of the few standouts on a bad team. Washington Redskins Jordan Reed. Reed has always made a name for himself despite not having great quarterbacks thrown his way. With Kirk Cousins breaking out in 2015,
you gonna argue this over Josh Norman?
87 catches,
Nah, Josh Norman just got there.
And 11 touchdowns. He's only going to get better. What changes to our list would you make? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it.
So I'm guessing you would make the change that Eli Manning should be on the Giants and Antonio Brown would be on Pittsburgh.
No, I just want to hear your opinion about the Eli Manning thing.
No, I'm saying
the Antonio Brown over Ben Roethlisberger. Let's be clear. Like I said, if Ben Roethlisberger didn't have Antonio Brown,
but he's still a good enough quarterback to spread the ball around. That's like saying the same thing with Prescott. But I mean, actually, no, it's not, because he didn't have Des Bryant that much. But in the same time, Ben Roethlisberger is naturally proven that he's a good quarterback. Eli Manning, yes, he has too, but you have to take in the statistics. You're talking numbers and proven over the years of what has been done. Yes, Eli Manning has more numbers. He has more touchdowns, but he also has more interceptions. What did he do to cost games late games? Ben Roethlisberger, who has a better arm. Yes, Eli Manning could throw the ball down the field, but Ben Roethlisberger, I don't know. I'm giving him the nod over Antonio Brown because of how he anchored that team the whole time. Eli Manning with the Giants. Defense helped him out too. Pittsburgh, look at their team now. I know they 6-5 right now, but they don't have no defense and they're still winning. Like, it's Big Ben. It's really Big Ben, because at the end of the day, you also have to put this in account too. If they didn't have Big Ben, where's Antonio Brown? You know why? Landry Jones, Michael Vick. No disrespect to Michael Vick, he still could throw the football. But when all the games that Ben Roethlisberger wasn't in, Antonio Brown was alright. And I mean, I know you guys are gonna say because of the quarterback situation, but come on. You gotta come on, man.
Yeah, but if we're gonna use the quarterback situation, then we didn't know that Dak Prescott was gonna be an animal.
In the preseason, he was showing it, and then Tony Romo got hurt. Yeah, but in the preseason also shows you who's gonna be there and who's not. Now, some people just could be good and then they become draft bust. But other than that, Dak Prescott showed in preseason that he had, just like Skip Bayless say on Undisputed, precision. He knows how to throw the ball. He knows how to be a game manager. What is he doing now? Knows how to throw the ball. Knows how to be a game manager. He knows how to be a game manager and is precise in when he throws, stuff like that. That's why certain guys that you see in the preseason, and then now Dak Prescott is starting for the Cowboys, you see that because what? He's playing good. And yes, people are going to say he has a great offensive line, but he's still playing good. Because at the end of the day, last year the Dallas Cowboys had the same offensive line And what is his name? Kellen Moore. What did they do? They went 4-12. Same offensive line. Darren McFadden rushed for 1,000 yards last year. I know Des Bryant got hurt, but hey, Des Bryant was hurt this year too. I mean, what? Cause they gonna say Ezekiel Elliott, but come on, man, Dak Prescott's been getting it done too. Right now,
so why isn't Dak Prescott the best player of that team then?
Because, like I said, Tyron Smith. Correct me if I got it wrong, whatever. But he's been anchoring that offensive line. Well, I think Jerry Jones gave him that. I think 7-year deal for over $100-some million, $99 million. Like, he's locked down for the next couple of years because he's the best left tackle in the game. Behind, I think him and Joe Thomas tied for the best left tackle in the game. Yeah. All right. But these are arguments and numbers that you prove. Without Big Ben, what has Antonio Brown been at? And the same.
I think, but like, what would happen if we gave Mike Vick a shot though?
I feel like he could have. I feel, but they had to. They needed. I think they needed more time to like. Because remember, Michael Vick is also left-handed, so when he's throwing the ball, it's different spots and ways. But at the end of the day, it's like the numbers and everything that I'm saying proves it. I'm not being biased because he's a quarterback. I'm not being biased with Odell because he's a receiver. It's just the fact that look what you've done for me lately. Yes, Antonio Brown's a good receiver, but Big Ben's been carrying that team. The same thing with their left tackle in Dallas. He's been carrying that team. Yes, Ezekiel Elliott is there, but remember, some people are not going to get the nod because they're rookies too. That's certain. I know it's messed up, but some people don't get the nod because they're rookies as well.
Yeah, one of them won the MVP, so I mean, like, they don't get that nod for they don't get that nod.
Hey, some people say Derek Carr does MVP. Some people say that Tom Brady gets MVP.
Dak Prescott, him and Ezekiel, one of them getting the MVP. One of them getting something.
I think one of them will get MVP, and then the other one will get the Offensive Player of the Year.
And Rookie of the Year.
That's what I mean. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. All right. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a thumbs up. If you guys see more content from us, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Until next time, guys.
Salute.